Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to FitLit Live. My name is Priscilla, and today I have with me
Chantel.
Thank you so much for joining on this beautiful Wednesday morning. So today's exercise session is going to be circuit training. Circuit training is different exercises that we're doing. We do a little bit quicker, but don't worry, we'll take it at a nice slow pace. And afterwards, as always, I'm going to read a book to you all. So if you're sitting down, go ahead and stand up and join us this morning. And don't forget, if you want us to send you a shout out, go ahead and insert your name on the Readerverse Facebook page. And don't forget, we're also going to be announcing today's raffle winner. So let's get started on this beautiful Wednesday morning with our warm-up exercises. So we're going to start with our hip swirls. We're going to send our arms out and take our right leg and outward. And then do the left, outward. And keep it going. And as always, do not forget to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So let's keep it going. And let's start out with our shout outs this morning. A shout out going out to Bella. Good morning, Bella.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us for our FitLit program. And also to Baby Ed. Good morning, Baby Ed. Thank you for joining us. Keep it going. And if you guys can go as high as we are with our legs, that's okay. It's whatever you're comfortable with. We're just warming up our muscles for our circuit training session. A couple more before we go to our next one. Okay. This will be our last one to the left. And bring our arms down. Our next one is our lunges. We're going to take our right leg and we're going to go forward. And just hold it there for a little bit. Stretch that back of the left leg, and we're gonna come back up, and then switch our left leg out in front. We're gonna hold it there. If you can't go as far as we can, it's okay. Remember, don't have the knee over your foot, and let's come back to the center, and just keep it going. Nice and smooth, nice and slow, no rush. We wanna get the body working, getting it warmed up. Come back up, switch. Another shout out going out to Coco. Good morning, Coco.
Hi, Coco.
Switch to our right. Alrighty. And come back center. And left. And center. Come back center. Right. Just hold it there for a little bit. And then come back to the center. And this will be our last one. Left. And just hold it there. Want to get our bodies nice and warmed up, and we're coming back to center. All right, our next one is our side bends, hands on our hips. We're gonna take our left arm and go to the right, and come back to the center. Hand back on the hip. Take our right arm and go to the left. We're just stretching the sides of our stomach. Hand back on the hip and switch. Nice and slow. Another shout out going out to Hank. Good morning, Hank.
Good morning, Han.
Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Wednesday morning. And come back to the center. And keep it going. Left. Okay. Right arm to the left. Righty. Left. So if you're just joining us this morning, thank you for joining us for our FitLit program. As I said earlier, we wanted to give you a shout out. Go ahead and add your name to our Readerverse Facebook page, and we'll make sure to give you all a shout out this morning. And also don't forget, we have our raffle winner at the end of our FitLit session. Last one, come back to the center. Okay, our next one, still our legs a little bit far apart, hands together, and we're gonna pick up that right knee and tap it. And then switch to your left. And just keep it going. As I always say, if you can't lift up that leg, that's okay. It's as high as you can go. A shout out going out to Adi. Good morning, Adi.
Good morning, Adi.
Hope you're having a great Wednesday morning. And let's see, we're going a little bit fast. That's okay. If you want to go a bit slower, that's fine. We're just warming up the muscles for our circuit training. Another shout out to Adi and Mia. Good morning, girls.
Good morning, girls.
Okay, couple more. We'll go to our next one. And this lesson will be the last one. Okay, and our next one is our Extend our arms out and our legs as well. Take our right hand and try to touch your left foot. Come back up. Same thing, left hand, touch your right foot. If you can't, go as far as you can go, okay? So keep it going, nice and slow. A shout out going out to Carlitos. Good morning, Carlitos.
Good morning.
Remember to breathe. Always important to be breathing throughout the warm-up, the workout session, and the cool down. Keep it going. Good morning, Peppo. Thank you for joining us for our FitLit. Okay, a couple more before we start our circuit training session. And this will be our last one. And up. Okay, so since we're nice and warmed up, we're gonna start with our circuit training, but before I do, we're gonna use water bottles this morning. So instead of weights, you can use water bottles, juice bottles, whatever you have at home that has a little bit of weight will be fine. If you don't have them, that's okay too. These exercises might get a little bit tired, so if you wanna take a little break, that's fine. You have a little glass of water or a towel so you can dab off a little bit of sweat, that's okay too. So, as I said, water bottles, juice bottles, even baby bottles with milk will be fine. So our first one is gonna be our uppercuts. We're gonna extend our arms just a little bit like this, our legs, I'm sorry, and our arms are right here. So we're gonna teach you first how to do it, and then we're gonna do it together. So you're gonna take your right arm, and you're gonna punch up twice to the left. Take your left arm, you're gonna punch to the right twice, and we're just gonna keep that going. So let's show you one more time before you guys start it with us. So right arm, you're gonna punch up towards your left, and then your left arm, punch the right twice. Okay, so we're gonna start that on 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it going. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and keep it going. Don't forget to breathe. As we're doing this, you're gonna feel a little bit of tightness from the arms, and that's okay. Keep it going. Couple more, and we'll go to our next one. These are called uppercuts. There's different ways to do them, but we thought this would be a great one for you all. This is our last one, and we're here. So our next one, we're gonna turn to our side so you can see us still with the water bottles. So we're gonna turn to the side so you guys can see me. Hopefully you guys can hear me as well. We're gonna bend over just a little bit, have our arms and our hands right here by our side, and just bring it back and forward. Just keep it going, nice and smooth. And you're keeping your arms right by the sides of your body. And you're going to push back as far as you can. If you can't go as high as I do, that's okay. It's whatever you're comfortable with. And don't forget to breathe. If you want to relax your head looking down, that's fine too. You don't want to strain those neck muscles. So just keep it going. A couple more. Okay, and our last one, extend it out and bring it back up. Okay. So our next one, before we go to our next one, I'm going to give a shout out to Jose, George, and Yonel. Good morning. Thank you for joining us for FitLit. Appreciate it. So our next one is going to be our knee lifts. We're going to use the water bottles. We're going to bring our hands up here. And then when we're bringing our arms down, we're going to bring up our right knee and go back. And then switch to our left. And that's it. So let's keep going. And like I always say, if you can't go all the way up, that's okay. Just as far as you guys can go. A shout out going out to Bella. Good morning, Bella.
Good morning, Bella.
Hopefully you're enjoying our circuit training session. As you can see, I'm breathing in through my nose and out through your mouth. Last one. Very good. So for this next one, we're not going to need the water bottles just yet. So I'm going to place them. We're going to place them right there. And we're going to go ahead and do 12 jumping jacks. Remember, our jumping jack is we extend our legs out and clap at the same time. And then we bring it back in. Ready? So we're going to start. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. I know they're a little bit tiring, but they're very good for your heart. It gives you more energy, and especially it gives you more, it focuses more on your concentration, which is always a good thing, especially when it comes to school. So another shout out going out to David and Danielle. Daniel, I'm sorry. Good morning. Thank you for doing our FitLit program.
Good morning.
Alrighty. Whew. Let's just take a breather before we start the next one. Breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. And then let's go ahead and get our water bottles again. We're gonna do some bicep curls. So this one, we're standing still straight. Our hands, our arms right here. We're just gonna bring up the water bottles and back down. Nice and slow, no rush, so that you can really feel the weight of the water bottles on your hands as you're lifting and you're bringing them down. So just keep it going. Another shout out goes to Julie and Jilly. Good morning, girls. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, girls.
Hopefully you're having a good day and enjoying our circuit training sessions. Okay. Couple more before we go to our next one. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, this will be our last one, up and down. So this next one, still with our water bottles, we're gonna go ahead and be right here. Our arms are right here by next to our sides, and we're gonna take our right arm and we're gonna jab and bring it back in, and then switch with our left and go out to our right and bring it in. So one more time, take that right arm, jab out to the left, bring it in. Left arm, jab it out to the right, bring it in. So it's called a jabbing cross. We're doing kind of like an X, is what we're doing. So we're gonna start with our right on 3, 2, and 1, and then jab, bring it in, big ball. We're gonna start off slow, and then we might just go a little bit faster so you can kind of really feel it on those arms. Because right now we won't feel them as much because we're going slow, but keep it going. Don't worry. They're still very effective whether we go a little bit slow, a little bit faster. The point is that we're getting our exercise in for the day. Okay? So we're gonna go a little bit faster. If you guys can't go as fast as you can, that's okay. We just wanna show you how it looks when you go a little bit faster. So you ready, Chantel?
Yes.
Okay, right, go. Here we go. You're gonna feel it even more on the back of your arms. Another shout out going out to Hank. Good morning, Hank. Hopefully you're liking our circuit training for this morning.
Good morning, Hank.
Just keep that breathing. Okay? Last one, Chantel. Ready? There we go. That's it. Okay. Whew, that was a good one. Okay, so let's go to our next one. We're going back to our uppercuts. Remember that one? We're going to extend our legs a little bit out. Our hands right here. And we're going to take our right arm and punch up twice. And then switch with the left, punch up to the right. Okay? So let's keep going. 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. Keep it going. 1, 2. And don't forget to breathe. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it going. Breathe. Woo. I don't know about you, but it's getting on my arms, working out my arms. Okay, couple more. Last one. Woo. Okay, so our next one, like I said, is we're gonna turn to our side, still with our water bottles. Gonna bend over just a little bit, keep that arm legs apart a little bit, arms right next to your sides, and bring it back to water bottle. Extend those arms out as high as you can. Bring it back up, nice and smooth. And of course, like I said earlier, just look down, a little bit down, not all the way down, but where you're comfortable. You don't want to strain those neck muscles while you're working out. Couple more. Just relax those neck muscles. And the last one. Bring it back up. Very good. So our next one is our knee lift. Remember we said arms by our ears, and we're gonna bring down our arms and bring up that right knee. Go back up. Same thing with the left. Bring it down. And just keep it going. Can't lift all the way up, that's okay. It's whatever you're comfortable with. A shout out going out to Adrian and Gilbert. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Adrian and Gilbert.
Woo. Okay, last one. Okay, our next ones are jumping jacks. We don't need our water bottles. We're gonna put them on the side. And we're gonna do 12 like we had said. Ready? On my mark, 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. We're almost done, I promise. If you're feeling it, that means it's working. So let's go to our next one. We're almost done. Our bicep curls. Once again, water bottles, or like I said earlier, baby bottles, milk bottles, juice bottles, whatever you have at home is fine. And if you don't have anything, that's okay. You can just use without them, okay? So let's go with our bicep curls right here in front of us. And we're gonna lift up and come back down. Nice and smooth, nice and slow. There's no rush. You really wanna feel the weight of the bottles as you're coming up and as you're going down. And don't forget to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep going. And all of these different exercises will help you tone your muscles. Your arm muscles, your leg muscles, your stomach muscles, your muscles all over your body. It's gonna definitely help. The more you do it, the better results you'll see. Okay, last one, lift up. Okay, here we go. And our last circuit training move is our jab and cross. You guys remember that we extend our legs a little bit apart. We go right, we're gonna take our right arm, we're gonna punch to the left, come back, and then take our left arm and punch to the right, making like an X. So let's go right, bring it in, left, bring it in, right, bring it in. It's like if you're punching like a punching bag. This is a great stress reliever, especially with everything going on. We're at home. It's a nice practice for it. Like I said, you don't need the water bottles, you can use juice bottles, anything you have at home. You'll definitely feel the muscles working as you're extending out these arms or any of these exercises that you're doing. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit faster. Here we go, left faster. So we can feel it just a little bit more on our arms. And it's good because we're getting our exercise for the day, and that's very important. We have to exercise our bodies and our minds, and we can every day. Another shout out going out to Julie, Vivian, and Manny. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you're enjoying the circuit training. As I said earlier, if you want us to give you a shout out, go ahead and insert your name into the comments box of our FitLit Live, and we'll make sure to give you that shout out. Also, we'll be having our raffle winner at the end of FitLit Live, so hopefully you're still joining us by then. Keep it going. Couple more. Last one. Woo. Okay, so that is our circuit training session. I'm gonna put these down. We're gonna go ahead and start with our cool down. Hopefully you enjoyed the circuit training. Like I said earlier, the circuit training is exercises that go really quickly, but since we're young and we're just trying to have fun and keep our bodies active, we just thought we'd slow it down just a little bit. Alrighty, so let's start with our cool down. With our shoulder, we take our right arm across our chest and hold it with that left hand. And we're still breathing. I know sometimes it's hard to breathe while you're exercising, but do your best and you'll be fine. Switch, left arm across our chest and hold it with our right hand. Another shout out going to Natalie. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning.
Hopefully you enjoyed the circuit session this morning. I know we did. Okay, bring it back down. We're take our right arm, as I say, bring it behind your back, right here. And then take that left hand and tuck that right elbow towards the left. And just hold it there for a little bit. Good morning, Felicity. Thank you for joining us this morning. Woo. Okay, now we're going to switch. Bring that left arm back and hold that with the right hand. You're gonna hold the left elbow. And just tug it just a little bit. Just so we can do a nice little cool down before we get started with our book. Okay, bring it back down. And now we take our arms and bring them behind us and just stretch those chest muscles. Okay, just hold it there. Melanie, good morning, Melanie. A shout out to Melanie. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Hopefully you enjoyed the circuit training session. Okay, bring it back down. And our next one is with our right leg. We're gonna bring it up, catch it with our right hand. If you can't balance, try to point your nose. Don't touch. Remember, we're not touching our face, our ears, or anything. Just try to point. Whew. Okay, there we go. It's difficult. Me being an adult, yeah, it's still difficult, so no worries. Okay, bring it down. Switch. Left leg, hold it with your left hand. Like I said, if you can't balance, just point your nose. Another shout out going out to Rose. Good morning, Rose.
Good morning.
Hopefully you're enjoying our FitLit Live. Okay, bring it back down. Now we're gonna go forward, try to touch our tippy toes as much as you can. If you can't touch them, that's okay. It's wherever you guys can. We're just stretching the back of our legs, the back of our arms. Just getting that nice pull down before we start with the book. Okay. And bring it back up. And that is our pull down. So, thank you, Chantel, for joining me. And I'll be right back with the book in the chair so we can get the story time going. Be right back. Okay, boys and girls, thank you so much for waiting for me. I hope you enjoyed that circuit training session. And if you didn't get to catch it, you can always catch it later on our YouTube webpage, Laredo Public Libraries. So this morning I have with me Pete the cat, Pete at the beach. So let's see what adventure Pete has this morning. Okay, here we go. Let's see. It's a hot day. Pete the cat goes to the beach with his mom and his brother Bob. Let's go in the water, Bob says. Maybe later, says Pete. Bob likes to surf. He rides the big waves. It looks like fun. I'm hot, says Pete. Go in the water, says Mom. Maybe later, says Pete. Pete makes a sandcastle. His mom helps him dig. Here comes a big wave, and there goes Pete. Oh no, where did his sandcastle go? Bob rides a big wave. Wow, says Pete, that looks like fun. Pete and his mom take a walk. They find seashells, they see a crab. Pete's feet get wet. His feet feel cool. The rest of him is hot. It's time for lunch. Pete eats a sandwich. He drinks lemonade. The sun is very hot and Pete is very, very hot. Bob is wet and cool. Let's play ball, says Pete. No thanks, says Bob. I want to surf. Pete throws the ball. His mom catches it. Let's get our feet wet, says Mom. Well, okay, says Pete. The water is cool. It feels good. Pete goes in deeper. Bob waves to Pete. I want to show you how to surf, he yells. Pete does not say maybe later. He says, let's do it. Lie on the board, says Bob. Pete lies on the board. Paddle, says Bob. Pete paddles out. He waits for a big wave. A big wave is coming. Stand up, says Bob. Pete stands up. Then Pete falls down. It was scary, but it didn't hurt. Try again later, says Bob. Pete wants to try again right now. Pete lies down again. He paddles out and waves. Here comes a wave. Pete stands up. This time he rides the wave. Good job, says Bob. Pete wants to surf all day. Bob does too, so they take turns. Pete and Bob rock and roll with the waves. What a great day. It's okay to be afraid, but it is more fun to surf. And that is the end, boys and girls. So before we go, I want to thank you all for joining us for our FitLit Live program. We also have crafts available both at the Joe Guerra Public Library and at the McHenry Ochoa Salinas Branch Library. So give us a call so you can guys pick up your curbside crafts. And before we go, today's raffle winner is Izzy! Congratulations, Izzy! Go ahead and have Mom call us so you guys can arrange your pickup for your prize. And congratulations again, Izzy. And don't forget, guys, if you gave us our shout out today, we gave you guys a shout out today. You guys are going to be entered for tomorrow's raffle at story time. So thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow for story time. Bye-bye.